Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to this follow along for the Shibashi Qigong exercises. So, just a few things to keep in mind. First of all, like you see, I'm starting from the standing posture here. I'm showing like the basic alignment. We want to keep the body rounded and relaxed. We want to keep all the joints soft whenever we're moving or standing. Now, each movement, whenever you move the hands, we say we lead from the fingers, right? You imagine that the fingers are leading the movement. Whenever we're shifting the weight, we want to shift the weight from the hips and not from the neck or from the shoulders. And of course, all the movements have the basic principle of opening and closing, right? So we follow the movements of the arms with the whole body, like opening, expanding, and closing, contracting. Okay, just keep these things in mind. I'm going to just give you a quick review now of all the movements we'll be doing. And then, of course, there's going to be a follow along with the normal duration of the exercises. Okay, so the first exercise we do, which is like the opening exercises of every form, right? So here, imagine like there's a ball underneath your hands. When your arms go up, like there's a ball that's being inflated, and then when you go down, imagine like your arms are a wave, right? So first going down the shoulders, then the elbows and the wrists. Here's the same image of the ball, but now you can imagine that the ball is in front of your chest as it expands. So you want the palms facing each other when the hands open, and you don't want to go behind your shoulders or behind the line of your torso. Now the next exercise, we bring our one hand over our head, like the top of our head, and the other hand we just open at shoulder width, and then we're just shifting the weights, like I said before, from the hips, right? Keeping the body soft, okay, and just leaning slightly towards the hand that is straight. The next exercise will be crossing the arms at waist height, going up to the chest, and then just opening and expanding outwards and upwards. Okay, so again, always all the exercises are happening in front of the line of the torso. We don't want to overextend our arms and tense our shoulders and our back. Now here the arms open again in front of the torso line. So I'm turning the waist, so it seems that one hand goes back, but it just goes back in relation to where I'm looking at, let's say. Okay, and then open, both arms go up. One hand comes next to the ear and pushes, right? While the other hand comes below the navel. Okay. Now the next exercise you can do in two ways. So it's like a wave-like motion of the spine. So you can try to raise your body on your toes, or you can just keep the body down if balancing on the toes is difficult for you. You don't have to do that at first. Okay, just try to do it as comfortable and as easy as it is for you, because you don't want tension. Okay, so here I'm shifting the weight from one leg to the other. Right, again from the hips, like I said. I don't want to lift my pelvis too high. So you see I'm keeping my knees soft and bent as per the general principles like that I said in the beginning. Okay, the next movement, again similarly, shifting the weight from one leg to the other while also turning the waist a bit more. You can lift the leg of the you can lift the leg of the side that isn't carrying the weight if you want to twist the waist more. That's not necessary. It's just, you can do it. It helps the body turn more, as you can see. Okay, keeping the body soft. Okay, now here I'm pushing. Again, you see I'm trying not to bring my elbows behind the line of my torso. I want to keep all the arms in front of the body. Now this is the clouds. Of course, this is a tricky one, so don't worry if you find the coordination difficult at first. Okay, of course it's very natural that you may find this difficult, but just try to move in the general direction, let's say. Okay, so here I'm shifting the weight from one leg to the other, going backwards and forward. Okay, so here when we open the legs, it's important that the legs are not on the straight line, right? So we want to imagine that two legs are standing in different lines. Okay, whatever I'm doing, again, all three movements that are done in this posture, as all the previous ones, always my arms are in front of my torso. Right, so here again, I'm opening, keeping the arms in front of the torso, right, at chest height. Of course, I do this on both sides. I'm not going to show you now both sides here, but this is done on both sides. Okay, so the next exercise is the punch. Now here I'm turning from the fingers, bringing the arm down under the navel as the other hand punches forward. Like I'm also twisting the waist a bit, right? Engaging the whole body. I don't want to tense my muscles, right? It's more about stretching and opening and closing rather than tensing or, you know, applying, let's say, physical, muscular strength. Okay, so here again, you see the same pattern, open and close, stretch and relax. Here we're gonna do some nice circles for the waist. Right, again, keeping the joints soft. Don't have to keep your knees completely straight, and you can go down as far as you feel comfortable. Try to keep the back relatively straight, so you don't want the spine to bend too much, right? But also you don't want to keep it too tense, right? You just want to have a bit of power at the lower back muscles and the lower abdomen, so that you can keep your body a bit straight. As you see, I'm keeping it straight and soft at the same time. Now this next one we can do again both ways. So one way is like I'm showing now, so you just shift the weight from one leg to the other and lift one leg up, and the other way to do it is by adding a small jump at the end of the movement, like so. So if this really messes up with your balance, don't do it, right? We want to keep the balance, right? So do it first in the easy way without the jump, and then you can add the jump if you feel more safe, let's say, or more stable. Now, last movement, so breathe in as you go up, breathe out as you go down. Of course, this is a principle you can do in all movements, right? Breathing in when you open, breathing out when you close, and then always end with 1 or 2 minutes of just standing meditation, relaxing. Okay, so have a good start.